Friends and fellow citizens, I stand before you tonight under indictment for the alleged crime of having voted at the last presidential election. Without having a lawful right to vote, it shall be my work this evening to prove to you that in thus voting I not only committed no crime, but instead simply exercised my citizen's right, guaranteed to me and all United States citizens by the national Constitution, beyond the power of any state to deny. Our democratic republican government is based on the idea of the natural right of every individual member thereof to a voice and vote in making and executing the laws. We assert the province of government to be to secure the people in the enjoyment of their unalienable rights. We throw the winds the old dogma that governments can give rights. Before governments were organized, no one denies that each individual possessed the right to protect his own life, liberty, and property. And when 100 or 1,000,000 people entered into free government, they did not barter away their natural rights. They simply pledged themselves to protect each other in the enjoyment of them. Through prescribed judicial and legislative tribunals, they agreed to abandon the methods of brute force in the adjustment of their differences and adopt those of civilization. Nor can you find a word in any of the grand documents left us by the fathers that assumes for government the power to create or to confer rights. The Declaration of Independence, the United States Constitution, the constitutions of several states, and the organic laws of the territories, all alike propose to protect the people in the exercise of their God-given rights. Not one of them pretends to bestow rights. All men are created equal and endowed by the Creator with certain unalienable rights. Among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. That to secure these governments are instituted among men, deriving their just powers from the consent of the governed. Here is no shadow of government authority over rights, nor exclusion of any from their full and equal enjoyment. Here is pronounced the right of all men, and consequently, as the Quaker preacher said, of all women, to a voice in the government. And here, in this first paragraph of the Declaration, is the assertion of the natural right of all to the ballot, for how can the consent of the governed be given if the right to vote be denied? Again, that whenever any form of government becomes destructive of these ends, it is the right of the people to alter or abolish it, add to institute a new government, laying its foundation on such principles, and organizing its powers in such forms as to them shall seem most likely to affect their safety and happiness. Surely the right of the whole people to vote is here clearly implied, for however destructive in their happiness, their government might become, a disfranchised class could neither alter nor abolish it, nor institute a new one except by the old brute force method of insurrection and rebellion. One half of the people of this nation today are utterly powerless to blot from the statute books on unjust laws, or to write there a new or a just one. The women, dissatisfied as they are with this form of government that enforces taxation without representation, that compels them to obey laws to which they have never given their consent, that imprisons and hangs them without a trial by a jury of their peers, that robs them in marriage of the custody of their own persons, wages, and children. Are these half of the people left wholly at the mercy of the other half, in direct violation of the spirit and letter of the declarations of the farmers of this government, every one of which was based on the immutable principle of equal rights to all? By those declarations, kings, priests, popes, aristocrats were all alike dethroned and placed on a common level politically with the lowest born subject or serf. By them too, me, as such, were deprived of their divine rights to rule and place on a political level with women. By the practice of those declarations, all class and caste distinctions will be abolished, and slave, serf, plebeian, wife, woman, all alike bound from their subject position to the proud platform of equality. The preamble of the Federal Constitution says, We, the people of the United States, in order to form a perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and prosperity,